Hi, welcome to STV National. At right now, we are in National Karate Championship 2024. Now with us, Mr. Eyal. He is the world champion in 2019. Hi sir, how are you?
Well, namaste. Happy to be here.
Thank you sir. Sir, I'm asking some questions for the this National Karate Championship. How do you see the National Karate Championship contributing to the growth of traditional karate in 2024? What advice would you give to first time participant competing at the national level?
The essence of traditional karate or any Buddha martial arts is not competing. We're not training for competing. It's not a sport, it's a martial art. But competition, if done the right way, according to the principles and judging is right, it could promote and push people to focus and try harder. They prepare for the competition. They learn how to manage with stress, pressure. I know I've been competing for many years. So there is value in competition for people to get better. Traditionally in martial arts, they used to call this shiai. Shiai means not compete, but testing one another, mutual testing. So competing with you, it's not for my ego. I'm better, I'm a winner, I have a medal, you don't. No. It's I try to improve myself facing you. Shiai, mutual testing. And therefore, I bow, I thank you for helping me to test myself and get better. This is the tradition of competition. What was the other question?
What advice would you give to the first time participants competing at a national level?
Yeah, I will give the advice of my teacher. I think I was fortunate to have for many years a great master teacher, Sensei Nishiyama Sensei, founder of the International Traditional Karate Federation. And he used to say often to competing athletes, right? Two things. I quote, I say his words. One, do your best. And two, try to enjoy. It sounds very simple, but if you look at it, there is some deep meaning and message to athletes, as you asked. So that means you have prepared, you worked hard, you have motivation, you want to win, right? But now, because competition, there's a lot of stress, pressure. Many people get hesitant, like frozen or overexcited. So now, try to enjoy means forget about result, outcome. What will happen? That means you're in the future. Presence. Be here, now, and do what you have. Show the world what you have. Right? So these simple words make a significant mental difference, helping people to relax, keep, we say, stable emotions under pressure in competition, and hopefully do better, succeed. So this is my simple or deep advice to competing athletes, taken from my teacher.
Okay. As a world champion in 2019, ITKF Global, what motivated you to achieve such a remarkable milestone? Could you share the most challenging moment in your journey to become a world champion and how you overcome it?
It's a big question. What drives me or other people to compete? Being honest, right? And we need to be honest. One part is what we call ego, or many words for that. but just and I want to be appreciated, respected, and I guess I'm not beyond that. So I'm trying, but Buddhism we talk about. But so that has to do with it. So if I compete, if I'm successful, and I stand on the podium, medal, world champion, many people respect. So I guess I still have this. But beyond that, really competing, as I said, Shiai before, is testing yourself. Because even though I competed many times, over many years, honestly, still when I compete, I feel pressure. It's not, all the experience now, I'm relaxed. No, I need to be honest, right? So I test myself, I put myself in a stressful situation. Now, can I do everything I preach, I say in my lectures, stable emotions? I try, I do my best. So it's like a self-test. And the other thing, which again, it's obvious, World Championship, you represent your country. So I guess most people, all people, I don't know, they would like to win, to succeed for the country. So when you stand on the podium and you're number one, gold medal, so the national anthem of your country is being played. It's it's an emotional thing. So that as well. I think for me, who knows? I think I've done enough competing, but every time there is a tournament, even though I'm older and senior, judge, chairman, all blah blah blah, all that, still people think I'm crazy sometimes. But in a competition, if I'm not competing, it's like it's boring, just sitting with a jacket and a tie, or I want to do something, test myself, win or lose, And I think that's the spirit. You do your best, you hope to win, but you lose, you lose. Okay, next time do better.
Great. Sir, what is ITKF? What it's doing?
ITKF was created by our teacher Nishiyama Sensei to maintain, develop, promote traditional karate all over the world.
It's an international traditional karate foundation. Federation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because let me explain very briefly, it's a big thing. In the past, there was karate, we say karate do. One thing, karate, MTN, right? But then in the last, I don't know how many years, 10, 20, 30, whatever, because of many reasons, lack of good instructors, the culture of instant, people want a short time and get belts, and I'm blah, 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 and many others. So there became something new, like modern karate, or sport karate, whatever, which is fundamentally different from the original traditional karate. In many ways, technically, philosophically, competition rules, etc. So to distinguish, to make it very clear to the public, here is traditional karate and what it stands for, and there are other things which people might like, that's fine. Nishiyama Sensei created the ITKF and was its president until his death in 2008. So it's very important to understand, because some people say, they do this, they do that. No, there is a fundamental, the essence is different. I don't know if it's time to explain, but I'm just saying there is a huge difference between traditional karate, the original karate, and it's an opinion, imitation of that, external imitation, which for me is somewhat shallow, I'm sorry for saying that, of the modern karate, which is more like imitating the external movement, but lacking all the inside, the essence of it, physical, mental, etc. So that's what ITKF stands for. That's what Sensei Eyal said, try to do most of his life, and that's my mission. Do my best to pass on this knowledge and wisdom all over the world, and today over here in India.
As a sensei, how do you balance preserving traditional karate principles with modern competition practices? What do you believe distinguishes ITKF karate from other forms of competitive karate?
As I said, traditional karate is different from modern karate. I think my job, and based on my experience, when explained the right way, the principles of traditional karate, the beauty, the depth, people realize, they say, wow, there is some even magic, magic of martial arts, like the small against the big, right? Small guy, big, strong. And the small one, the slower, right, not as strong, somehow can overcome or defend against the big one. This is magic of martial arts, which many people are drawn, and that's the reason many people start doing martial arts, because there is something. It's not my muscles are bigger, no, there is something else. And traditional karate is all about that, right, to generate power. It's not about how strong the muscles, but how efficient I am in using human body. Again, need to explain more. Or facing someone, do I understand timing and strategy so I can connect to my opponent or partner, anticipate his intention early on before physical movement. We call this kaken-no-sen. Looks like magic, you know. He decides he wants to move, I catch him. I'm slower. I'm half his side, I'm slow, not an athlete, but I will be before. Magic. Why? Because I'm sensitive. I can feel his intention. I read the signs. You see, this is the beauty. I'm just giving small examples. And then when I see this opportunity, we say kyo in Japanese, then I can use my body efficiently, not separate like isolation people in the hand, but from my feet base, through my center, the whole chain, many, many details, and generate sufficient energy for one punch or one technique, finish. We call this todome waza. So I try to share this and present to everybody, traditional, modern. They say it's open. If you want, please join. Right? It's up to them. And usually people get that because there is a deep truth in that. Also, in many ways, it aligns with today's sports science. Sports science is seeking those things and searching, research how to use human body most efficiently. And traditional karate has this for centuries. Yeah. So that's my job. Huh?
How do you envision the future of karate as a sport and a discipline on a global scale? What message would you like to share with young karate aspirants to follow your footsteps?
I deeply hope, and I proactively try myself to expose, promote the beauty, the benefits of karate. Now, of course, I come from karate, but I want to say Budo, real traditional martial arts. Not only karate. They're beautiful, like kendo, sword. Or I'm doing jiu-jitsu. Okay, I see wisdom and beauty. Of course, judo, right? So those things, if learn, practice with a good teacher and dedication, can change a person in a fundamental way, mentally, physically, which has impact on everything in your life. not just self-defense or fighting. So I hope more and more people will realize that in practice and benefit. Also, it brings people together. I see that I'm from Israel, but when we train, I travel the world and I train with people from India, the US, Brazil, even some countries we have some problems like, Arab countries. I don't care. Once we train, he's a person. So his name is Muhammad. He's my friend, through karate. It's a karate for peace. So I have more and more, it will be spread all over the world. Regardless, again, I know people like competition because emotions, sometimes ego, there's a winner, medal, television. But for me, this is not the essence. Do the real thing. Olympics, yes, no. Okay, I understand that. But for me, it's a tool maybe to get more exposure. But the real thing is you with yourself. At the end of the day, you and yourself, be honest. And I hope to do this all my life for myself and share with others.
Sir, what is Buddhism?
You ask me, that's nice. You're from India and you ask me, what is Buddhism?
What is Buddhism?
No, I understand the question. Okay, number one, I should not pretend to be an expert. I follow and study, try to practice Buddhism for some years. But for me, I see the wisdom in Buddhism in the sense that the realization that to improve your life, take control over your life, not doing more of the same, and emerge out of, you say, samsara, right? This word, right? You don't turn to some external powers, please the gods or whatever. I take responsibility through analyzing, understanding. Buddhism will say, we are blind, so opening my eyes, emerge out of ignorance. That's Buddhist words, ignorance. I make an internal change my mind, and therefore change the way I perceive the world, external world, and actually create a new, different, better world for myself. But not through changing the outside, try to change you, but changing myself. I take responsibility. This is beautiful. I think maybe today psychoanalysis, but maybe Buddhism was the first 2,500 years back. And I see a lot of wisdom and beauty in this. Of course, there is much more, but this point for me is and I try to apply for myself, because human beings in many ways are creatures of habits. My teacher used to say, Nishiyama Sensei, we are used to doing something and we just automatically keep doing more of the same. But Buddhism say, no. Observe yourself, awareness, honesty. You said before meditation, okay, this word. And through that, create a change. Not be in auto mode, slave to your own habits, craving, etc., etc. So I try. Not easy, but I try.
Thank you, sir.